The centerpiece of his visit was the inauguration of the Darul Barakat Mosque in Birmingham on the 1st of October.
अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह कि आज जमात अहमदिया बरतानिया की इस मस्जिद जो बर्मिंघम में की जमात ने बहुत बड़ा हिस्सा लेकर तामीर की है, इसकी तकमील होने पर इफ्तिताह हो रहा है।
The inaugural reception was attended by a large number of distinguished guests, including the Deputy Lord Mayor of Birmingham, members of the UK and European parliaments, scholars, journalists, businessmen, and people from other walks of life. The opening ceremony was shown live on MTA International, and extensive coverage was given in the local and national media. During this trip, Hudur also laid the foundation stones of two significant mosques. The first ceremony was held for the Al-Mahdi Mosque in Bradford on the 2nd of October. The second ceremony was held on the 3rd of October for laying the foundation stone of the Nasser Mosque in Hartlepool. During this UK tour, as a gesture of benevolence and affection, Hudur accompanied all the missionaries of the movement appointed in the UK and their families for a picnic at Ilkley. He later went on to visit the community branches at the Lake District, Scunthorpe, Huddersfield, Manchester and Glasgow. On the 22nd of December 2004, Hudur travelled to France. The highlight of this tour was the annual Convention of France, which was held on the 26th, 27th and 28th of December, to coincide with the annual Convention of Qadian. During the convention, Hudur not only addressed the audiences present in France, but also addressed the gathering in Qadian. His addresses were relayed live from France on MTA International. Many eminent personalities, including the French President, Jacques Chirac, and the Prime Minister, Jean-Pierre Raffarin, sent special messages of goodwill and welcome, which were read at the Jalsa. During this trip, Hudur also paid an official visit to the famous palace, Château de Versailles. The visit was arranged through the French Ministry of Cultural Affairs and the Ministry of Internal Affairs. In January 2005, Hudur paid a visit to Ahmadi communities in Spain. He arrived in Spain on the 1st of January 2005. Ahmadis living in Spain got the opportunity of meeting with the exalted personage and benefiting from his sublime discourses. The most salient features of this tour were Hudur's addresses at the annual convention of the Ahmadiyya community in Spain. It was the first time in the history of Spain that a convention was graced by the presence of a Khalifa. During this trip on the 11th of September, Hadhrat visited Gibraltar, where he met the Governor and Commander-in-Chief of Gibraltar, Sir Francis Richard, at Governor House. The meeting lasted for over half an hour, and various matters of mutual interest were discussed. During the same year, from the 26th of April to the 25th of May, Hadhrat travelled to East Africa. He visited Kenya, Tanzania and Uganda. This was again a very successful visit. In Kenya, Hadhrat addressed their 40th annual convention on the 28th and 29th of April. Both the addresses were televised live across the globe on MTA International. This was the first ever live transmission of MTA International done from the soil of East Africa. The Vice President of Kenya, Honourable Mudi Awori, also addressed the Jalsa and thanked Hadhrat on behalf of the Kenyan government for visiting Kenya and for the humanitarian services of the Jamaat in Kenya. While in Nairobi, Hadhrat also attended a reception given in his honour at the Nairobi Serenia Hotel, which was attended by various cabinet ministers and other eminent personalities of Kenya. Hadhrat arrived in Tanzania on the 8th of May 2005. During his stay, he addressed the annual convention of the Ahmadiyya community in Tanzania. This was the first annual convention of the community in Tanzania graced by a Khalifa. On the 13th of May, Hadhrat met the Prime Minister of Tanzania, Honourable Frederick T. Sumaye, at the Prime Minister House. The Prime Minister discussed various issues of mutual interest and was highly appreciative of the humanitarian services of the Jamaat during the meeting. On the 14th of May, Hadhrat was invited by the President of Tanzania, His Excellency William Mkapa, to the State House.